What's up, everyone? Mark here at Funky Moose Records. This is Joel, and you're tuning into The Sit Down. In this series, we're going to take the music news of the week and we're going to just talk about it. We give our uncensored opinion and we'll see where it takes us.
Yeah, we're definitely not professionals or anything, so like we're just giving our own opinion, and hopefully there's some funny stuff that comes out of it and serious things. So you're definitely not going to agree with everything we have to say, but that's all right. That's cool. That's what we want, right? We want the feedback on it too.
Leave that in the comments. And yeah. So yeah, all this news, well, most of this news that we're going to discuss is on our website, funkymooserecords.ca. You will have in the menu under stories, there is a music news tab, and that's where we keep everybody up to date on what's happening in the music industry. So you want to dive right into it with Rick James?
Sure, go ahead if you want to touch up on what it is there.
So
first.
Rick James posthumously, anyway, he got sued for sexually assaulting a girl in 1979. She was 15 at the time. And from what I understand is that the singer was visiting a youth detention center where she was living at the time, and she claims after being introduced to the girls from the home, James took immediate interest to her. What are we thinking about that?
Honest opinion, like I said before, you guys might not think this is as funny, but I don't know if you guys ever see the Chappelle show, where the first thing I think of is that little blip where he's like, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Definitely times were different back then. My other opinion is that was so long ago. Like, can they even do that? Is that possible to sue somebody who's no longer with us?
Well, in the US, anything is possible, I think.
You can sue anything for anybody for anything. Yeah.
And I think someone commented on Facebook on this article with the same opinion as you. Like, it's been so long. Why now? What's
in it for them? What's the point?
I think looking at it from the other side, and I'm not defending any side or anything here, but I think it's more of a closure thing for that 15-year-old who would be 50 some years old now. It's either closure that, okay, it happened and now I'm going to sue, and if I win this, that's it for me, or she figured out that she's not financially set for retirement and needs some money
and
quick.
is looking for a get-rich-quick thing, right?
Maybe.
That could very well be. It's tough to say. It could be like just lawyers in general, crooked lawyers, maybe.
Yeah, because you have a lot of those that
looking for that easy money.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He's not there to defend himself, and
exactly.
That's like what happened with, like, a little off topic, but with Michael Jackson. Right? That documentary that comes out after the fact that, like, he's deceased, and now you're coming out and saying that.
And now he's the pervert all of a sudden.
And he can't even defend himself. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. But it's very unfortunate. That's just the times that we're living in.
Yeah. I don't know. I think leave the past, but I can also see the other side where, you know,
the closure thing. It makes sense.
That would make the most sense, and I would agree with that. But if they're just after money, just let it go, man.
Could the closure not be enough to know that the accuser's deceased? Right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get any justice out of him. He's not gonna go to jail or anything.
Yeah, like, he's dead.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Eesh. Touchy.
Yeah. It's a fun opening.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
Yeah.
How we doing?
Yeah. Okay, what's
what
next?
What else we got?
We got
that Thundercats one, of course. Like, I'm really not that smart, so I'm thinking. Remember the old cartoon Thundercats? Like, I have no idea who this is.
Okay.
I really don't.
I know. I'm not hugely into Thundercats, but he released, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, he released an album. I don't remember the title, but it was just his eyes coming out of the water as the album cover.
I thought you were gonna say looking through a sword, like the cartoon.
Oh, no. that would be. He should.
That would be a good album.
If
cover,
you're watching,
right?
you should make that. But he's kind of a bluesy rock,
So, like reggae.
underground, because he has dreadlocks.
Yeah,
No.
I've never heard him before. I don't have.
No, it's not reggae. Yeah, I'm not too much into his music, so I honestly, I listened to his album once or twice, and I was all right.
Right.
Done here.
So what's he got going on here? What does it say?
Oh, he has a. I gotta open this thing here.
What's his new song called? Dragon Ball Z? Dragon Ball Do-Rag. Do-Rag.
Da, 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 da. Do run, run.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Duran. I think moving on.
His upcoming album is it is what it is. Okay. I think Thundercat fans are gonna hate us for this, but we have no idea.
Hey, in my defense, I have not listened to any of it, so until
I'll
check it out.
And we're only two guys, so we can't listen
That's
to all
right.
the music in the world.
We're two guys just sitting down here.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Saskatoon's own Joni Mitchell.
Still kicking.
Is she?
Joni Mitchell might be back, according to James Taylor.
Yeah. So, what I understand is that she was not doing so well over the past couple of years, but she has. Well, what did she have?
Ooh. It says here in 2015 she had suffered a brain aneurysm.
Yes, that's what it is. And she wasn't able to walk, talk, or paint or whatever, but those are things that she can do again. And apparently she's also singing again.
That's good.
That's cool, but does she need to come back as an...
Well, does it like so she's singing again? Is she like recording again and doing all that, or is she just like
I think
doing the dishes and singing a song?
singing,
Is she just singing again?
singing
right?
in the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. James Taylor, he's a singer, so he would know, I guess. But
I think she's coming back musically. It's amazing to see her come back to the surface.
which is great. But I do have a thing with all these artists that are making a comeback. Some of them just shouldn't. Like Joni Mitchell, great songwriter, awesome songs. Do we need to see her come back? How old is she now?
I'm not sure.
She's not young. I mean, I have a picture here, and without all the Botox, I think she's...
Well, I see what you're saying, but to play devil's advocate, like, she is a musician, right? And that's all she's ever done.
True.
So that's all she knows, right? It's not like she's gonna go and get a 9-to-5 day job now. She could maybe, but I also get like what you're saying. Doesn't really need to like release an album, do a comeback like that, but can still be involved in the industry, maybe producing or.
She's 76 years old.
Right.
That's for most people past retirement age.
Right. Okay, but look at people like Ozzy.
Yeah.
Like, how old is Ozzy? Do you know? I'm not even sure. Anybody?
Ozzy Osbourne. He's pushing 80, isn't he? 71. Oh, well, he looks like he's almost 80.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, okay, so I've heard the tracks from his new album. They sound great, but that's all produced in a studio.
Right.
How is he going to do on stage?
On live. Yeah. Have you seen him live?
No.
I've seen him live a few times.
How
The last few times.
old was he then?
I want to say it was 2014. I think was the last time I saw him.
Quick math, that's 6 years ago, so he'd be 65.
I think that was the last time I saw him live.
Was he any good?
The music and the concert was awesome, but like his like personal performance, honestly, it was like look up any video of Ozzy live, and he just stands in front of the microphone jumping. But I mean, he's old. That's what he does. Like he rocked it, but like you're not gonna see him out there shaking his hips and dancing. You know what I mean? Like
He might break one.
yeah, but it was awesome. Good show.
Sure. But does but does he have to? I don't know. I don't know. We'll talk about Ozzy a little bit more later because there's a news article coming.
That's right. As for Joni, I don't know. I think if props to her. I mean, if she do it till you can't anymore.
Yes, I agree. But I also don't like. I mean, to each your own, right? If I don't like something, I won't buy it. If she has a record coming out, that's fine. If somebody orders it, sure, I'll send it to you. That doesn't mean I need one in my personal collection. Right. Unless she's really awesome. Who knows? Ready to move on?
Moving on.
Okay. Artists are coming together for Australia. So there are people like Kurt Weill, The National, Damien Rice, and many others have contributed cover tracks to Julia Stone's compilation album Songs for Australia.
Off the top of my head, I am not familiar with any of these people.
Kurt Weill, guitar player? Yes.
Okay,
Kurt Weill. I know he's a great guitar player, but I'm gonna Google this real quick. Singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. The War on Drugs. You don't know the War on Drugs?
I do not.
Okay, well,
wasn't that like a presidential thing with like Reagan or something back in the day? Never mind.
Maybe.
Never mind. Like the War on Drugs. Anyway, that's how he got elected, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sure, whatever.
I don't know what I'm talking
about. Anyway, do you know Damien Rice? Singer-songwriter? No? Okay. Doesn't matter. They're creating an album, and I guess the proceeds are going to the brush fire relief efforts.
The Bush administration? No, just kidding.
No, that's Kurt Weill.
No, but that's awesome, man. That they lost so much in Australia. Is that fire still burning?
No.
It's out now?
Yeah, they had plenty of rain, and I think it's all out now. But now they have other issues because there's hail falling the size of golf balls.
Really?
Yeah.
And all the animals that died.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Okay, so here's a comment I heard again on our Facebook page when Elton John donated, I believe it was $1 million to the relief fund. Somebody commented, "This guy's worth $250 million or whatever his net worth is, and he's only donating $1 million." Okay, he's probably donating more than you and I ever would.
Well, that person who wrote that comment sarcastically like that, how much did that person donate?
That's what I'm saying. And we're not picking on anyone, but with comments like that, I think we need to look at the bigger picture. Like the people that have the money, it doesn't matter how much they have. Like if you have 500, like business-wise, for example, if you have $500,000 in revenue, but you're spending $499,000 in expenses, then you only have $1,000 left. So because Elton John is a rich guy doesn't mean
Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John, I apologize, sir. Doesn't mean just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you have a lot to give. I don't know if he does or not, but at least he's donating.
I think it's kudos to him. Like, he didn't have to, and he did. So, like, props to you, sir.
Yep. Oh. Stone, so Julia Stone, that's putting the compilation album together, has released a cover of the Midnight Oil's Beds of Burning. Now I kind of want to hear that song.
How does that go?
I'm not singing for you.
Come on, just give me a note or two.
Hang on, I'll YouTube it for you.
I feel like I should know.
You do know, for sure. For sure.
For sure?
Yeah. Of course, internet's slow now.
Oh, if you guys are wondering why I'm wearing a toque, I guess me just saying toque, you can tell. Good old Canadian boy here. It's cold where we are, that's why.
Actually, today it was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, it was nice, minus 15.
It
That's
was
cold.
-2.
Well, whatever. Feels like minus 15. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
The time has come.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, I think it's cool that all those people are coming together for a benefit
Definitely.
thing. Yep. The Strokes share a weird video for their new single. Do we care about the Strokes?
When's the last time they put out a video?
February 19th.
Yeah. Can we give it a quick look?
Yeah, probably.
Let's check it out and then we'll critique it.
Oh, here it is.
You probably can't play this on the video.
It's in the background. So we'll just keep talking over it.
We can cut if we have to.
Yeah. Well. This sounds like something. Oh yeah. Intro's all right. Yeah, the video is definitely weird. Oh, is that a comb over?
But I get it. It's pretty smart though, because it's back in the 70s.
Uh-huh.
And she's on like watching one of those bubble TVs, and they're on that bubble TV on some kind of game show.
Now they look like the Monkees or something. The Monkees are the Beatles, or
Yeah, it's 70s.
Yeah.
Smart video.
Yeah. It's catchy. Yeah.
So when would you rock out this song?
When?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be background music? When working on a computer or something? I don't know. Let's pause this before the YouTube police comes around.
Flag, yeah.
When would, I don't know. It's definitely not music for a dance or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I give him lots of respect and stuff. It's not my style.
It reminds me a little bit of I don't know. I had a song in my head when it first started playing.
Weezer?
No. Oh, it kind of has that vibe a little bit.
It kind of makes me think of.
Yeah.
Well, it just makes me think of Buddy Holly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because it's a throwback.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. That's just based on the video, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll give it another play. Like.
Rock Band. Maybe it's reminds you of those days playing Rock Band, or what?
Oh, that's how I learned how to play the guitar.
There you go.
Okay, The Weeknd shares a release date and title track for his new album. Do you know The Weeknd?
I feel like I just heard him in a different story earlier this week or last week.
Possible, because last week he released the name of his new album.
Does he have a face tattoo?
After Hour. Does he?
He might. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
A face tattoo? I don't think so.
No. Anyway.
But he's a Canadian. Would you consider him pop? Electronic? Pop artist? Something like that. But yeah, so his new record is After Hours. The release date is March 20th. That doesn't say anything about vinyl. He does have music on vinyl, but nowhere says if he's going to release this on vinyl. I think he will. And then, Starboy. Do you know Starboy? That was his last big project. No?
Like last song?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of him from something different.
Okay.
Is he friends with like basketball players?
That's Drake you're thinking of.
No, I'm sure I saw some. Anyways.
Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
They're playing tonight, and
Are they?
I missed it. Anyway. Yeah. So not really my cup of tea. Yours? No.
I'm not too familiar with them.
It's electronic.
I just know the name. Not really the music.
Okay, let's whatever then.
What?
Maybe people can educate us on the weekend and why we should listen to it.
For sure. Let's hear the opinions.
Okay.
Definitely.
This one I'm gonna leave for you.
Dio? Let me bring it up here and I'll read it.
And go.
Yeah, and go. You can clap your hands again?
No.
All right, so legendary Ronnie James Dio will be the subject of a new documentary, writes Rolling Stone magazine. The documentary will be produced by BMG and Wendy Dio. It will be the first ever career-spanning documentary on the artist. Dio's career ended because of his untimely death from stomach cancer in 2010 at the age of 67. That's freaking deadly, is what I think. I always see him in that poster in the D singing all the time. Wasn't he sang for Black Sabbath when Ozzy left, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure, man.
The album Dehumanizer is with him. Also for sale on vinyl on FunkyMooseRecords.ca.
Right on. Yeah, behind the scenes footage. I don't think there's anything. There's not much info out there on him, like stuff like that, right?
I think it'd be cool to see. Like I'm a fan of documentaries on Netflix about artists, and I watch like any artists basically. The only one I turned off was Neil Young.
Oh yeah. Foo Fighters one was good. What was that one?
For people that know me, I do not like Neil Young, and you guys are gonna hate me for it, but I don't care. I can't stand the guy.
I think I just saw that there's a new album being released or something this year.
Whoop-de-doo.
All right.
No, I mean, sure, he's Canadian. Actually, he's American now too.
He's Canadian, he's American.
Yeah.
He's everything.
He just wants to. Well, anyway, I watch the documentary and you'll see. Oh, maybe you'll see what I saw.
Can you see what he sees? Can you see that?
Don't
do that. No, that'll be awesome. I will.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be in line to watch that documentary for sure. It doesn't say if it's just like an hour and a half long, or is it going to be it doesn't say a series.
And it also doesn't say if it's released on Netflix or like if it's a biopic like the Queen movie or
it just says produced by BMG. Who's BMG?
Warner.
Okay.
Warner? BMG? No, Sony BMG. It's a label.
Right.
But
and then look at this, March 20th, BMG will reissue Dio's 96 to 2004 studio albums. The newly remastered collection has long been out of print on CD and never previously released on vinyl in North America.
Oh,
So that will be March 20th. Sweet.
cool. Well, hopefully production can keep up and we'll get some in stock. Pearl Jam.
Yeah, I was kind of reading this a little earlier. Something about their first video in 7 years.
Yeah. Have you heard the song?
I did not. I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
Okay. I was talking to Janelle about this. I consider myself a Pearl Jam and Eddie Vedder somewhat fan. I mean, bands like Foo Fighters I like better, but Pearl Jam is definitely, one of those childhood growing up type of bands that
10. Right?
12.
The
yeah.
album 10,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the albums you could push play on track 1 and let the whole album play through.
Yeah, instead
I
of
thought.
skipping a few.
That's right.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was I definitely had that and rocked that one out.
So I heard on a Dutch radio station, because I'm Dutch originally, and every once in a while I listen to
Every once in a
Dutch
while he's
radio.
Canadian.
But I listen to Dutch radio every once in a while because there's one particular DJ that always has the latest scoop on things, and I find it interesting. And he had a very short clip of the new Pearl Jam track right before it was released.
Like this one here?
Yeah. And I heard it and I was like, that can't be Pearl Jam. That is not the sound of the Pearl Jam that I grew up with and I liked. And then a week or two later, I heard it on the radio here, and I was like, oh.
Disappointed that it was?
It is that Pearl Jam.
Uh-oh.
No, no. Maybe I have to listen to it like 500 times more, but my first impressions are definitely not in favor of the new sound.
I think I know how you feel. When you remember they did a remake of a song, it was for some benefit album. That's on the tip of my brain.
Tip of your brain?
Well, yeah, it's not the tip of my tongue because I'd be saying it's on the tip of my thoughts here.
My thoughts now. What? How recent was it?
A while ago. You know, it's like "Oh Where Did My Baby Go?"
Yeah. Okay.
That song?
Yeah.
Like when that recording came out, I was like, oh no, that's not Pearl Jam, because I'm thinking like
it's more Eddie Vedder. There's Into the Wild was his solo project, and it's a soundtrack for a movie.
Yeah. And
that Eddie Vedder is way more laid back, and that song.
Right. Why can't we think it? Put it in the comments, you guys.
Where? Last Kiss.
Last Kiss. And that's like an old, isn't that like an old 50s or 30s song or something?
Yeah, it's
right?
a cover of something. But yeah, so that album is more this vibe, and I think this would have been, like this new song too, would have been a great Eddie Vedder solo project, and not so much
Pearl Jam.
I don't know.
The one paragraph here in the article says it was. Wait a minute. What's that guy's last name? McReady? Mike
Sure.
McReady?
Yeah.
How it was an emotionally dark and confusing at times. That just sounds depressing.
Yeah, but it's a pretty happy song if you hit play on that one. But the thumbnail looks like they're all depressed too. Oh yeah.
Must be that Canadian cold weather. Slowing the Wi-Fi.
Slow as molasses. Slow as maple syrup in a funnel.
Sure.
Not going.
There we go.
Wait a minute. Is that the song? Is that the song that's on the radio now?
Well, they released 3 different tracks.
Oh, okay. So
And
maybe this is a different.
like the latest one.
Okay, maybe this is a different track then. I just assumed it was the one for the one that's on the radio right now.
No, I think this is a different one. It said something about something about an app.
Oh yeah, you
It
have to
was
point at the moon and then it plays or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
All right. Well,
Cool.
yeah, Pearl Jam, new music. Like I said, the first track, I'm not a fan. Hopefully, the rest of the album is better. I'll just let's keep it at that.
Yeah, put your thoughts in the comments, guys.
Yep.
Do you guys like Pearl Jam?
The old one or the new one?
Yeah.
Do you like Eddie Vedder solo? Discuss. Okay, so David Gogo, I apologize because I know you're gonna like this guy, and I have no clue who he is.
Shout out to David.
Mark Lanigan is releasing new music not even a year after his last LP. Do you know who Mark Lanigan is?
Nope. I was waiting for you to
Explain who he is.
tell me, and then I would have been, oh yeah, okay.
I'm gonna guess he's a blues artist, rock blues, because David Gogo, is an artist, Canadian here, and I have some of his records on the shelf. Anyway, I don't know who he is, so let's just either. Do you want to find out who he is, or do we just move on and let David tell us who he is?
Let's let David tell us who he
Okay.
is.
If you're watching, you better be watching. Drop it in the comments and school us, please.
Also, give us like top 3 tracks to
listen to. Yeah. Which tracks do we need to listen to fully understand who he is?
You're right. Moving on.
Moving on. Sufjan Stevens and his stepfather share their second song. So Sufjan and his stepdad.
Say that name 10 times real fast, huh?
Sufjan Stevens. Yeah. Okay. I was going somewhere with that.
Sorry.
Oh.
And his stepdad?
Yeah, his stepdad, Lowell Brahms. Now, I don't remember if he owns Asthmatic Kitty, which is the record label that Sufjan is on, or if they own it together. Either way, they're releasing a new album, or it's Aporia. Do you know what that means?
Nope.
Are you going to Google it?
I'm trying to find out who. What did you call it? Asthmatic Kitty?
Yeah, that's the record label that they formed. He or they. Oh.
Yeah, they both own it.
Okay.
Or it says it's led by both of them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I'm assuming that means that they.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of like Sufjan Stevens. His I guess last album would be Carrie and Lowell now, which is what, 4 years old or something. Came out for records today or something. Anyway, I don't mind his tunes.
So where did you hear him? Just in the store?
Where did I hear him?
Yeah, like I've never heard that before.
When his album came out, I got his album in, and there were several people ordering.
Gave it a listen?
And it was pretty popular.
Gave it a listen, did you?
I did, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
very cool.
That's the nice thing about this business, because I keep discovering, well, we keep discovering, especially doing this, discovering new music.
More him than me. I'm really stuck and in my old 90s and 90s metal, 80s, 70s.
I try to educate him on other genres, but
So does my wife. Yeah.
should we not go into that?
Yeah, let's not get into it. I have my moments sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. You're good every once in a while. So yeah, he's releasing a new album. I don't have a release date for vinyl yet, but I'm 99% sure that he will release vinyl because he did with his last album and it was a success on our site anyway.
Is he Canadian?
No.
Yeah, with that name? Probably not.
No,
right?
he's from California somewhere.
California.
Okay. Sonic Youth might be coming back together. Lee Ronaldo, yeah, talks about a Sonic Youth possible reunion. Okay.
Did they have a song on the Spawn soundtrack? Sonic Youth?
That's another thing. He likes horror movies. I don't, so I have no idea.
The soundtrack, that movie was not, it was horrible, maybe. But, no, it wasn't horrible. The soundtrack was awesome. Yeah, I remember in the 90s, that's how I would pick what movies I wanted to watch, was if their soundtracks were good. Like Dead Man on Campus soundtrack was good. The Crow, City of Angels. That movie's not that good, but the soundtrack's awesome. Virtuosity, Spawn, Lost Highway. I was all about like soundtracks for some weird reason.
I don't know if you saw it in my eyes, but I'm staring at him like, what are you talking about?
Those are, yeah, I know.
I know of the movies, but
the soundtracks were killer.
I should look that up.
I should. Get me a Dead Man on Campus on vinyl.
Okay. If that's available.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
Anyways, Sonic Youth.
Sonic Youth, yes. So, okay. Before I go into details, actually, I probably won't even go into details. These reunions of bands, what's up with that?
Well, like I said, when we were talking about Joni Mitchell, right? Like these are musicians. That's all they know, and they might have been out of the game for so long, and maybe the well's getting tapped, right? And they giving it one last go, and well, let's put out an album, and we'll make another $100,000 so we can live another 2 years or whatever it is, right? Could be. And now with social media, and now being able to record on their own, maybe
as you say that, I read in the article, Ronaldo continued, I'd hope if we got together, we'd have forgotten how to play
the old songs.
Oh yeah, the old songs. So just say fuck it and let's make some new music instead. Okay. So have they been touring? Have they been? But they're talking about a reunion, so they haven't been touring apparently.
Right. Well, maybe they were like doing solo projects and stuff, like
maybe
in clubs or whatever. Maybe. Who knows? I don't.
I don't know. It's all these bands getting back together. I don't know. I think you had something good, and if you're putting a band back together that is definitely subpar because they can't rock like they used to because they're old.
Right.
Well,
I know where you're going with it though. Like it's not 1981 anymore,
like,
right?
Yeah, like even Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
They never really split up.
Okay, but they still have their followers though.
True.
Like the people who were listening to them back, like.
And especially those people are following them because they have, they fell in love with the music back then.
Right. That's like me, like with when Metallica came out with that last album, like
Hardwired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Metallica new album. Like they're not young no more.
And the album.
Shoot, and I drove all the way to Winnipeg to see him, VIP, and then 2 days later saw him in Saskatoon, and I was sitting in the same seat as I was. It was awesome.
Yeah. You gotta tell
the story. They were probably like, "What the hell?"
You gotta tell the story of why you went to see him twice.
Okay, yeah. So it's not because like I'm a diehard fan. It's because when we bought our tickets, we bought them for the wrong venue and then couldn't exchange them or return them. So when we realized we bought for the wrong venue with the intent on getting our money back, we had already purchased for the closer venue, and then I couldn't get my money back. So I was like, screw it, I'm driving to Winnipeg. So I got the best out of got my money's worth, let's say. Yeah.
The drones were the best part, weren't they?
Oh yeah. That's right. I thought they were gonna like attack me. Anyways, another story.
Okay.
And no, I don't do narcotics.
What?
Because I thought the drones were gonna attack me.
Oh.
It was more because I was like in a rabbit hole of how drones can, like, you know how they're used for warfare, and
those.
I saw like a thing.
Okay, the drones in those stadiums are probably like this big. The drones that they fly to drop bombs are probably the size of this room.
No, there's like these little ones, like the ones that they used in that concert, and they'll like fly right up to you and they'll like attack. They'll explode on your head and you're dead, man. Look, I'll Google it and show you later. But
okay.
Anyways, you're gonna cut that out, right?
Nope.
Okay. Moving on.
DJ Shadow.
Looks like Vanilla Ice a little bit is what I thought. That's who I thought it was when I first saw that.
DJ Shadow.
I feel like I should know who that is, though.
I do know who he is. Who did he work with? Yes, Run the Jewels.
Who do you work for?
Yeah. He did work with Run the Jewels before, and now he. Let me get this straight. First album since 2016. New album. Okay, along with Herring. Who's Herring? What? Anyway, the album featured De La Soul, Run the Jewels, Nas, Ghostface Killah, Inspector Deck, Raekwon, Paul Banks, and Shadow's early Soul Sides collaborators Latif, The Truth Seeker, and Gift of Gab.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, right. So this has an animated music video.
Oh, right.
And so the words. Oh, Samuel T. Herring of Future Islands. Okay. So the words of Herring, I'm assuming he's rapping. The words are showing up on an old computer as pop-ups, and oh, that's way more mellow than I expected.
Is this? Oh,
yeah.
This?
See, there's a pop-up, and then when he starts singing or rapping, I'm assuming he's rapping. Singing. I was wrong again. Oh yeah, so there's all these cheesy pop-ups.
Right.
You know, the ones that you want to X out of.
And the lyrics are in there.
And the lyrics are in there. That's kind of cute.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
So, okay, I do want to say something. Like, we touched on this video and, well, a couple videos. But is it the artist that should be getting credit for that, or should that be the people who are, like, behind the scenes of making that video? Like the producers and directors of that.
I think it's. I think it depends on the artist, because if you have hyper creative artists that, like, for example, Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Ed Sheeran will
That's
walk.
that redhead guy, right?
Yeah. He's not a. Anyway.
I know who he is.
He walks into a studio with an idea, and the producers just know him so well, just follow. You know, whatever he has in his head, that's what's going to happen. And I think a lot of these artists are also already visually. They have a visual creative in their heads as they write the song, so they will probably give guidance to whoever designed that the music video.
Right.
Like, I want it this way. So in that case, yes, the artist should get the credit. but I mean, like, if you have solo artists that are producing a record, does the bass player get recognition aside from on the back of the album his name?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So yeah, if you want to credit everybody, it's gonna be a long list in some cases.
Right.
Like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was just thinking of.
Yeah.
too.
Like
She
she
didn't-
writes a lot of her own songs. I think most of her own songs.
The last video I saw with her was, didn't she do one with that guy from Panic at the Disco? Didn't they collaborate on a song or something? I forget what that dude's name is. Anyway,
I don't know.
and don't ask me why I watched that video, because that's not my style. but-
Because it's Taylor Swift and she looks good.
No, I think it was something to do with the guy from Panic at the Disco was on a podcast that I had watched, and he was talking about it, so I just wanted to look it up. I think that's why.
Fair enough. Okay. Ozzy Osbourne and Post Malone are collaborating again. This, to me, is awesome.
Go on.
Because, okay, I have my doubts on Ozzy live, but he's still, I'm assuming he's part of the creative process when these songs are being produced. I mean, he's not going to be just a puppet, where everybody around him makes the song and all he has to do is stand in front of a microphone and give his voice.
Right.
So he's already an icon in his own, and now Post Malone, he's young, he's talented, very talented, I think, because I don't know if you ever heard him, ever. Do you know who Post Malone is?
He's the guy who's got tattoos on his face.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't drink neither.
Oh,
Or does he drink?
oh, he drinks.
Why do I think that he doesn't drink?
Oh no, that's
Inaccurate.
breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay, so but anyway, he's very creative. He's a rapper, but a lot of people don't know that he's actually a really good singer and guitar player. And you should, if you get a chance, look him up, because even if you don't like rap or hip hop or whatever, look up his acoustic YouTube videos where he just sits on a stage, grabs a guitar, and starts doing Pearl Jam songs.
All right.
I think
How old is he?
20s. I don't know. Post Malone. Did you know his real name is Austin Post?
No.
And then he threw his name in a rap name generator, and then Post Malone came out, and he was like, "All right, this is what my name is now."
Can't you do that for like Wu-Tang? Find out what your Wu-Tang name would be?
No, probably.
I think that's how not Mos Def.
24. He's 24 years old.
What's that rapper's name who
Ghostface Killer.
No, he's like an actor, he's a rapper. He was in The Lion King, the new Lion King. What's that guy's name? It's the guy who played Simba.
What?
Something Bambino or whatever.
Childish Gambino?
Yeah, so that's how he got it.
He's in The Lion King?
Yeah, he's Simba.
Oh.
The older Simba.
Yeah, he plays in Community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he put his name in
Donald Glover.
Yes. So if I'm not mistaken, like I could be way off base on this, but I feel like he put his name in that Wu-Tang thing to find out, and it came out to that Gambino thing. That's how he got that name.
Really?
I don't know for sure, but I maybe I dreamt that, but I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere.
You dream of Childish Gambino?
Yeah, he's awesome, man. That guy's killer. Anyway, going back to Ozzy, did you guys see?
I was talking about Post Malone.
Okay, sorry. Give her.
He's 24 years old, and he has tattoos on his face. Yeah, but he's very. Okay, so my point is, a senior citizen with an awesome legacy, and a young up and coming artists, I guess he's up there already. But young artists collaborating is killer. Love it.
Good. I agree. I definitely agree.
What were you gonna say about?
I was
Ozzy?
gonna say, like, so the name of the song that they're collaborating on is called "It's a Raid," and I was just reading the article here, skimming through it on how Ozzy came up with the name for "It's a Raid." Did you see that?
No.
So back in '72, when I'll just read the paragraph here. In '72, when Black Sabbath was recording Volume 4, a policeman came to the band's house after Ozzy accidentally hit a button that triggered the alarm. At the time, there was loads of marijuana and cocaine out in the house, and Ozzy's screaming around, or Ozzy was shouting, "It's a fucking raid!" And then that's why the song is called that. So he locked himself in the bathroom with all the cocaine, and he was
So 48 years later.
trying to snort all the cocaine while the cops were there, and he was high for 4 days. That's the story. And then 40 years later, he comes out with a song called "It's a Raid."
Wow.
Because he was shouting it there. That's pretty funny.
All right. Oh, hey.
And it also said that Elton John's.
I was just reading that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Ozzy and Elton.
And we were just talking about Elton.
Huh.
That guy's awesome, man. Isn't there, like... I think Elton John has a lot to do behind the scenes with a lot of stuff going on in the music industry that we don't hear about. Like, he helps just example is he's really close with Eminem. He's actually, if I'm not mistaken, he's Eminem's sponsor in sobriety. Stuff like that.
Right,
like,
but they also created that whole big controversy with, Eminem always calling out gay people and hating on gays and whatever. And then Elton John being, you can't get more gay than.
Yeah, see, and I just think that's celebrity. I think that's just to keep your name in the tabloids.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
doing
for
all
sure.
that. Like,
Yeah.
that's what my opinion on it.
I think so, yeah.
And I get it. Like, yeah, do it. That's what makes ticket sales go, right?
Yep. Okay, so that's it for this week's news on the website. Did you have any other news tidbits that you picked up
Oh, just
since you were here?
some little things that there was, like, on Rob Zombie's Instagram. He posted a picture of him with Ozzy last night. They were celebrating the release of Ozzy's new album, and I was trying to look up some tour dates for somebody, but I couldn't find them. So when I do, maybe next week I'll have them.
Okay. And you mentioned the Unos.
Oh yes, Juno's 2020
Juno's
in
2020,
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
which is an hour from here. We are, and I actually heard about this. So we were trying to get tickets for the Junos.
The Junos.
That's the card game, for the Junos, and when we saw the ticket prices for somewhat decent seats, I passed on them. Because, yeah, being at a show like that is cool, but not for that price, I think. I don't know what they were thinking and why ticket prices are, well, they came out to be more than any regular concert.
You see, right? Well, I don't know. Do you see the Rage Against the Machine?
Okay,
ticket
except for that one.
I say keep doing it, Rage. You can, if you're selling out and adding shows, ticket prices are fine, man. Keep doing it.
Oh yeah,
that's my opinion.
True, but I'm not gonna pay for it. Are you going to Winnipeg?
I am, but not for Rage. I'm going there for something else that isn't music related, unfortunately. I know. I was so close.
Yeah.
But I had already spent my money on.
But then again, like tickets are like what, $200?
The ones we were looking at were, I think, close to 400, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I'd have to ask my wife.
But you want to.
She's the one who does all that kind of stuff, so.
But you want to sit on the floor, like.
Yeah, if I'm going to a concert, I'm not sitting nosebleed. I'm like right up at the stage or backstage. Like otherwise I'm not going. I want to be there. I want to get involved. That's how I roll. And that's why I'm broke all the time. Just kidding.
All right. Anything else to add?
I did, and then I forgot.
Of course you did.
I did, and I forgot. Nope. Good for this week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. I'll have notes next week. Please, you guys, if you have any comments, like, I know you hear that all the time, put it in the comments, whatever.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the little notification
But seriously,
button.
like, if there's anything you want us to talk about or that we can change or add.
Yeah.
Because we're doing it again, whether or not you guys are watching, just so you know. We'll be back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Am I involved?
No, we're going to kick Mark
just
out.
you, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't know what to add.
I think we're good.
Okay.
See you guys next week.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.